Lady Bear legend, Vanessa Teague, as we bring you this game on a beautiful afternoon here at Grizzly Field at Martin Luther King Park. Lady Bears are going to tee it up against the Bentonville Lady Tigers. Vanessa, the Tigers are pretty good.
Yeah.
And they have been good for a while. They're well coached. You can just watch them warm up pregame, and you can tell that they're a talented bunch of players. They're very good defensively. But you were telling me just a little while ago that Addison Foster is starting to come around on some of her power.
Yes. So she hit 2 home runs the other day. I'm pretty sure it was against Clarksville. In a row, same inning. So
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
yes, she is definitely, once she gets on her grind and she gets back in her mode, yeah, she is a key player for the Lady Bears.
And I was talking to her mom. That was a few weeks back, and she was talking about, she just need to, get a game where she has a game like that and kind of break out of it. She had been in a slump, so hopefully she continues on that trend tonight.
Yeah, all it takes is one time, even one game.
Kind of get you back in that groove, get that feel again.
Yeah.
All right, shortstop. Kylie Wyman's going to lead it off for the Lady Tigers. Just didn't see a lot of wind right now. The flag, which is right behind the center field fence, is blowing a little bit to left field. When I was here earlier this afternoon, it was blowing in hard. That's changed a little bit for game time. Mallory Craig is in the circle. Kind of lost handle of that one. It's 2-0 now.
It might be the mound. When you have like a deep hole in the mound,
Yeah.
you don't feel it all the way. Because I don't know if you've seen the first pitch, but she had fell over a little bit.
Yeah, she
lost
did
her
fall a little bit
balance.
forward.
Yeah.
Now Coach Walden is talking to Mallory, and she's looking at her arm like she's might be in a little bit of pain. So they're having a discussion there with Addison and Coach Walden, Mallory. I didn't really watch her warm up. Did you see her?
I wasn't here when they did their pregame, but you might be able to tell in pregame. I don't know. Or if she pitched the last games they've had. They've had a couple games back to back, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard being a pitcher.
It is. I mean, your arm sure takes a toll.
Yeah. I don't know if Coach Little told you, but when I first came to Northside, I was a pitcher.
Right. Did you like pitching?
I did. I used to pitch at my old school. I was one of the only pitchers.
Yeah.
Panama, small town in Oklahoma. But I pitched since I was a 7th grade.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I started when I was younger. And then once I got to high school, I was like one of the only pitchers.
Right.
I was facing big girls. And it taught me a lot. It humbled me, too. I just let them hit off of me. But once I started gaining speed and I started getting bigger,
right,
it got a lot better. But with speed, it comes more control. And
well, you just look so natural at shortstop. Is that your favorite, or was that your favorite position?
it was. I used to play infield when I was younger, when I was like 8, 10U, 12U. Then I broke my nose.
Whoa.
So they moved me to outfield, and I loved outfield. It was the best.
Yeah.
But once I got into high school and a little bit in 8th grade year, I started playing infield again.
Gotcha.
But I needed a little time off.
So you must have taken a bad hop when you broke your nose. Is that what it was? Or
It was a fly ball.
Really?
It was actually during practice, yeah. The girl in front of me wasn't paying attention, and so I guess she just put her glove down, and it fell right on my face.
That doesn't feel so good.
No. It just it made me really scared
Yeah.
of like the ball for probably 2 years. I was really scared. So after I got over that fear, I started moving back into infield.
Mallory's going to walk the first batter. That was Kylie Wyman. Amber Turner now will be up, center fielder.
She's got this. She just needs to find her groove.
A little low for ball one. Are these new uniforms? I haven't seen these.
I know we had those tops when I was in school. Not the pants, though. We had
Yeah.
darker pants. We had, they were nice, too. But not those pants. We didn't wear white socks either. But I like them kind of switching it up a little bit.
Yeah. There's a strike. So if you're in a situation like Mallory where she may be struggling a little bit with her arm, or like you said, the mound may not be filled in too good, hit hard to Elise. The play was at second, but she'll be safe.
After you bobble it, you need to go one with that. But like you were saying, you were about to ask me, as a pitcher, though, the only thing you can do when your pitcher is struggling is make sure you back her up.
Gotcha.
Because things like that, you know, that brings them up a lot more when
Well, when you're when you're struggling a little bit, you know, Mallory does. She has a lot of movement on her ball. Not a lot of velocity, but she has a lot of movement. She has a great changeup. But when you get in a situation like this, and you're just testing that arm on every pitch, you're really just trying to throw strikes.
yeah.
Just, you know, make them hit it.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Your defense has to be behind you because you're throwing strikes.
Right.
Most of the time down the middle, you're just trying to get back in the count. And, yeah, that's really important, especially with a team like this that has all-around batters every single time. She's always going to be on her toes.
No out so far. Here we are at the top of the first. 2 runners on for the Lady Tigers. Now Mallory looks like she's getting a little bit more comfortable. You talked about a while ago being in the 7th grade, and you started as a very young girl playing softball, but now you've just had a birthday, and I want to say happy birthday to you from the Grizzly Sports Network.
Thank you.
And that 20 came pretty fast, didn't it?
Yes, I feel old. I feel like I'm there.
Not a teenager anymore.
Yes. It was good, though. I had some friends from college. I got to see them this weekend from my softball team.
So you played at Arkansas Baptist, Little Rock. And so you had, when you say you talked to your friends, were they from Little Rock?
No. So one of them actually went to, I used to play against her in school, Conway. She went to Conway. So one
Okay.
was from Little Rock, Conway area. And we grew up playing against each other in travel ball and things like that. The other two, though, they're from Houston. So I had never played them before. I didn't even know who they were. But once we got to college, it was kind of, we got together and it was like, okay, these are my friends for life.
And that's the way it is in college. You know, and I went through that too. And when I was in school, in college playing football, some of my best friends today are from that era.
Yeah.
And they're lifelong friends. And so cherish that. You know, you'll have them for a lot of years to come.
I definitely will. I didn't even think they were coming. They had surprised me.
So they actually came here?
Yeah. It was like an Alabama trip, 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because they went to pick up my friend in Little Rock, too. So from Houston, 8 hours up to Little Rock, it was a good drive for them.
That should be an out. And that's just being very aware from third base to be able to make that out. That was Demi Donahoe, who is their cleanup hitter.
That was a good choice from her. just tagging her out instead of giving it to Addison because that girl was right behind her.
Yeah. This is Anna Lee Kulka. Plays first base for the Lady Tigers. She's got a stick, too. I remember her from the last time we played.
And this is number 5.
Yes. Popped it straight up. Mallory's going to call for this one. Out number 2.
We needed that. That's really good.
So, Danessa, we've had the bases are loaded. Last 2 batters. If Mallory can get out of this with no runs scored, well, that's a victory.
Yes.
This will be Abby Ward. Fouled that one out of play.
They're having trouble getting onto her timing.
So I think we might be having a little bit of trouble with our camera in center field in between or after the top of the figure out where we are on that. It's always my favorite shot from center field, but we'll see what we can figure out. Two and two to Ward. Bases are loaded, 2 down. There's a swing and a miss. She sat her down, and Lady Bears get out of there with no blood drawn, as that'll be the end of, or the top of the first. 0-0. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Stay with us.
Between life, work, and family, sometimes the person that you need to take care of the most is you.
At Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness, you're never alone. Through our counseling, we can help you regain control of your emotions, mental health, and life. We provide both face-to-face and virtual therapy services. Whether it's for your child, family, or yourself, Fort Smith Therapy is here to help your true self shine through.
Schedule your appointment today with Fort Smith Therapy Health and Wellness.
All right, welcome back, Lady Bears. The base is loaded, and we were able to get out of that inning. Started out a little bumpy. Had a walk, a single, another walk, and bases were loaded. And Mallory, who was struggling, I think, with her arm, maybe with something wrong in the circle, but we were able to get through it. So great top of the first from the Lady Bears. So maybe we have our camera back to where we need to be. Let's see what we have to work with here. Mariah Green will lead it off for the Lady Bears. Plays center field. A lot of speed. I remember her from last year and how fast she was, and I think she's a little bit faster this year. Last game the Grizzly Sports Network did here, she was running down everything in center field. Swing and a miss. It's Ryan Sanders in the circle for the Lady Tigers, and she does have a little bit of velocity there.
Yes. And that's why you have to be really picky with a lot of things, because she has speed and she has movement. So it might look like a strike, but it might not be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was talking about when we were doing Northside versus Southside about the first pitch. It's very crucial for the pitcher and the player
Right.
at the plate.
0-2 to Green. Just checks that one foul on the left field line. Still 0-2. Fouled that one back. He's fighting off some good pitches. When you're down 0-2, you know, it's hard to be real picky.
Yes, you've got to. Anything close, you've got to
Gotta
swing
take
at it. Yeah.
One and two now to Green. It's got to pump your offense up a little bit, thinking you just got out of the top. Could have easily been down a couple of runs and get out of there with nothing. She got a little bit of that one. Still 1-2.
She was a little in front of that one.
Yeah. You know, as fast as she is and being a lefty, she's got an advantage
Yes.
to first base. So just trying to get a bat on the ball here. Got a little of that one too.
She just keeps doing what she's doing, especially being the first batter in the circle, wearing out the pitcher.
Uh-huh. All right, that could be trouble. It's going to be no, over the center fielder's head. That was Turner who misjudged it, and the speed of Green's going to get her to third. Boy, she was down 0-2 and just kept fighting off pitches. Got one she liked, hit a blooper into center field.
That was
Turner misjudged it.
A pretty hard hit.
Yeah.
Considering how in the outfield was.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably didn't think she had a lot of
Exactly.
power to it. Yeah.
And you were talking about that earlier with
Yeah.
that slap, when sometimes they can put some power in it.
Yeah.
This is Malia Burnett.
You never know.
Burnett, who plays second base for the Lady Bears.
Ooh. Now, was that first one called a strike?
I think it's 2-2.
It should be. She should only have one strike.
Yeah, it's
I
2-2
think.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Burnett will go back to the dugout, and that's going to bring up Eden Davis. He plays first base. Addison Foster will be on deck. I'd sure like to see her do what she did at Clarksville.
Me too.
Davis takes a strike. 0-1. Green at third after a leadoff triple. Another swing and a miss. 0-2.
She just needs to prepare herself before she gets into the box. Get that bat off her shoulder. She's good.
Struck her out. Ryan Sanders. Pretty good pitcher. I've seen her pitch before, and she's got a lot of control and definitely has the speed. Last two batters she's struck out.
I think the thing with faster pitchers is a lot of them do look like strikes, but not all of them are. you really do have to get ahead with them.
Yeah.
Because I know my struggles with fast pitchers were outside pitches, and that looks like
That
a lot
was-
of them were
exactly.
outside pitches. You think they're strikes, but most of them are curveballs, screwballs. Though,
And that's what she's doing. You saw Addison, boy, she really reached for the first one, and it was a little bit late on the second one.
yeah. And with pitchers, you take note of that. So if you know that that pitch is working on each batter, she's gonna keep doing it. So.
Well, after a leadoff triple, Ryan Sanders strikes the next 3 out. That's the end of one, 0-0. Both teams had runners left. Hate to see a leadoff hitter get to third base and we can't get her in, but that's what happened, 0-0. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Crowd mic? I haven't been able to find that. Brandon, do you know where the crowd mic is?
All right, welcome back to Grizzly Field. 0-0 after one. Crisp is going to reach, but the roster that they have given us, the numbers aren't matching up. So that is Taylor Crisp plays third base. This is Marisha Ganeshi, right fielder. Well, it's just about turned summertime, hadn't it? Like feeling this cool breeze coming through this window. It's nice to be in an air-conditioned press box. Now, we've done a lot of games. Like when you go to Southside's field, there is no press box that you can get in. I think they got room for 1 or 2 people. So you basically do it under a tent. Ganeshi lays down a bunt. The throw to first is in time, so Ganeshi will go to the dugout, but it'll advance the runner. Crisp will go to second. All right, this is Ryan Sanders.
This is the pitcher?
This is the pitcher,
Okay.
yes. First pitch a little high and outside. 2-1 to Sanders. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. She'll squeeze it. That was Vickers, who makes the second out. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Kylie Wyman walked her first time up. Strike one to Wyman. Low and outside, 1-1. She took a little off of that one, Danessa, but she missed it.
She held on to it a little too long.
Yeah. Right back up the middle into center field. Green will field it, but that's going to score a run. That was Crisp who scored from second.
There's not much you can do about that one. That was just a good, hard base
Hard
hit.
hit.
Yes.
This is
But that's
Amber,
their first one.
first one. Yeah, that was Amber Turner, center fielder. She actually singled her first time up.
Oh, yes.
Another one popped up. And that will be Green from center field. Tracks that one for the third out. So we'll take another break. This game is being brought to you by Fort Smith Therapy. Stay with us.
REP is your trusted source when it's time for you to sell your business or if you are looking to acquire one. We offer a variety of services that help prepare your business for sale. And we also counsel and advise you every step of the way. We take pride in our experience, market knowledge, and integrity. You can be assured your business is in the right hands. Resolution Equity Partners, partnering with you now, preparing for the future.
I may stick this headset out. Hear a little bit more. Lady Bears down 1-0 as we go into the bottom of the second. Mallory Craig bats fifth. Swing and a miss.
She's right on it, though.
Yeah.
You just have to watch with pitchers like these. If they get that first strike on you, they're most likely not going to throw you another strike right after.
Well, they're going to make you chase it.
Yeah, they're going to make you chase it. and she's the type of pitcher we've seen in the last few innings. She is not going to throw it right to you. She's to bat. I had a hard time with that when I was in school, too.
Struck her out. So Green, who tripled her first time at bat, or leadoff, since then Sanders has struck out 4 in a row.
Yeah, it seems like.
This is going to bring up Vickers, shortstop. Strike one.
And his zone is more open.
So Sanders, who has really taken command in the circle, 0-2 to Vickers, struck her out. Well, she's on a streak now, 5 in a row. That's going to bring up Childers.
They really need to talk about what they're seeing in the circle, though, so next batter comes up, we don't make that same mistake.
So was there a lot of communication, between you and your teammates when you were facing a pitcher like this?
I'm not going to say necessarily everyone, but I made sure to do what I would want as a player. So, and, being a leadoff or being a leader on the team, you really have to enforce that, especially if you want the same thing. So,
Right.
yeah, we did talk a lot, especially Coach Little. He really enforced that, like, okay, once you get done, if you strike out, first of all, you're going to run to the dugout. But you're going to talk to your teammate first and tell them what you've seen. Because it really does help out. You can see so much from just being in the circle.
Right.
But actually, hey, listen, that ball is breaking.
Yeah.
It might look like it's right down the middle, but it's going outside. So he might call it. And even talking about the umpire, he has a bigger zone than the last umpire we've seen, at least the last time we were here. His zone's bigger. He's more